Rolling down to service station to meet the boys. So we're going to ride Jindabyne, Gillips Bridge, Jindabyne. Nice little view of Lake Jindabyne here. It was cold, -1 when I got up this morning at home.
What's that?
It was cold, -1 when I got up this morning. So I'm heading west out of town, turn south. I feel like it's going to be our first little town today. So, rural area, mostly sheep, a little bit of cattle. This region is called the Monaro, so I always think about the Holden engineers when they're building the first sort of high performance cars, well actually the second model high performance cars from Australia. It's the HT series. We made our own V8s by then. But for these ones we used the American imported V8s, 327 and 350. And I drove around Australia just testing the cars in the late 60s. And they must have been thinking for a name of it. And they're going, what are we going to call it? And they got to this region, and I imagine them doing 125 miles an hour in the car going, we'll call it the Monaro. Beautiful roads in this region, spectacular. So the population is reasonably small. Rural roads, beautiful area for adventure riding. We've got some steep country coming up. I describe this sort of country as blue sky country, so we've got rolling hills and you can see the sky, everywhere you look, there's nothing really blocking it. Now this was my first ride back. I had quite a significant motorcycle accident in Croatia. Unfortunately there was a young woman overtaking a truck on the wrong side of the road and had a head-on with her. So this is me 4 months out. So I broke my pelvis. I've got 6 screws in my pelvis. Broke my kneecap and my tibia. And this was my first ride back. Physically the pelvis is quite good, but I'm very weak. I spent a lot of time in the hospital, and the hospital took on my muscles. Any intersection here I sort of slow down and make sure that the boys are following. Like I mentioned, there's sheep in this area. Some of the private roads or public roads go through farmers' land, so we use cattle grids to keep the sheep from moving from paddock to paddock. Sheep are pretty flighty, so I sort of slow down to make sure one doesn't get underneath the bike. And of course I don't want to hurt the sheep from a farmer's perspective, and I'm mindful that very stuff around. There are a couple of cattle. Cattle are less flighty than sheep. Still got to be careful with livestock. Animals are motorbike on the road, of course. So there's some native animal birds here, some galahs, intelligent birds. There's an saying like a galah to derogatory in somebody. And there was sulphur-crested white cockatoos. The cockatoos are quite a big bird. Maybe 2 kilos or so. Now the cattle grids, these ones are particularly smooth, so I don't have to do much with them. Again, blue sky country, beautiful vistas. Most of the roads we're on these days this particular day is granite, so small ball bearings all over the road, quite slippery. I find the Transalp to be a very good gravel road bike, and most people on the interweb say that it's a road bike, it's not an off-road bike. I suspect they don't own one and or live in an area or a country that doesn't have a lot of dirt. Australia, we've got a big country, a lot of dirt. This is definitely a good bike for dirt roads, travel. It's got more than enough power in the Australian form. Got about 92 horsepower, so plenty, go fast enough. 170, 180 k's an hour, quite easy. I think they'll see 200. Probably don't need to go 200 on a gravel road, but certainly you can. Our next town is Bombala, and that's the biggest town apart from Jindabyne that we'll pass through today. It's the only one with sort of a proper sort of service station. There is fuel we can get later at a place called Clementipity, or Kurunda, is the property name, and they have two warehouses. They serve diesel and 91. There's a cafe here. In rural Australia, cafes are a little bit hit and miss. You can turn up and they'll be closed. Turn up and they'll be open. In general, cafes in Australia, you can get an espresso coffee, which is kind of nice. So we have morning tea here, we get fuel here. We've got another probably 40 k's of tar, and then we're on the dirt for the rest of the trip from then. Of course, some small country towns have suffered, most places in the world. Interweb, we can buy things remotely, get them shipped to us. So, they're fading, quite a sad. Doing good, mate?
Yeah, good.
Good?
It was very cold.
Yes, it's very cold, wasn't it?
Hey, can't have music off.
But we're happy today. Bakery's open. Petrol station's open. Quite a few pine forests in this area too. Of course, we would ship our stuff and then send it to Kina. This is the local motocross track we just passed back then. They're on smaller bikes. This particular part of the road is called the Bonang. Beautiful road. 110 k's of corners. Exceptional road. Even the numbers are beautiful. One of my favourite roads in the region. We're spoilt for adventure riding in this region. Thousands and thousands of dirt tracks. Good rural roads. Not many people. Not many cars. Perfect place. It's quite cold this morning. -1 when I left home. It's at 2 degrees or so in Jindabyne, and it didn't warm up. It was actually cold going into Bombala. Have you not been down the Bonang before?
No.
110 k's of corners.
Yeah, I saw it back there.
Yeah, it's fucking... Good?
That looks like a good run.
Yeah. I'm going to be brave and see if I can do without the top.
Strip it off.
Yeah, the Bonang is a special bit of road, this one.
Ah, lovely, isn't it?
Yeah. It's like that for the whole way.
Yeah. Right, that's another 70 k's. Really?
Yeah.
You'd be exhausted.
We should get a little bit warmer here. You know, our road speed won't be, you know, much slower, but it'll be a bit slower, and we'll descend down to about 400 metres. So that's over the Snowy, 300 or 400 metres. I'm only guessing, and then we'll be on the Snowy. Then we climb up again, and then we'll descend again.
I'll probably, by the time I get to the bridge, I'll probably just thaw out.
That's right. All right, mate.
All good, mate.
All good.
Feel better now, mate? You look thinner.
Huh?
You look thinner.
You know? Yeah, good. You ate too much? So there's a little strip of tar at Tibbet, and then we're back on the tar at sort of Glen-Tippity, and we won't get as far as Buchan. I hope there's fuel at Glen-Tippity.
Get fuel at Glen-Tippity.
We might. We'll see how Tom's going at the top.
Yeah, okay, no. Oh, okay, so Buchan's the one we have to turn left and go another 30 k's down to the caravan park, is it? Okay.
That's right, yep. A little bit of state forest here, and then we pop back out into a little bit of farmland, and then sort of we're into national park. Good. You can see the national park in the background there. Of course, all this has been deforested for farmland. Beautiful vistas too here. So in these rural areas sometimes they put a little bit of tar where the farmhouse is just to reduce the noise. So dirt roads are quite noisy for vehicles running through, so they put a little bit of tar just to quieten them down. In the remote areas you get people doing random things in vehicles, you know, so stop in the middle of the intersection, they'll drive in the middle of the road if they haven't seen any cars for a while. So I just stopped there to make sure that everybody knew that we were changing direction. I like this bit of road. We go across we go parallel with the Dietrich River, and this river follows us pretty much all the way to the snow. And it's quite scenic as well. There's parts where it's a little bit elevated from the river. In general, I'd stay on the left wheel track, ride on the left side of the road in this track. I have cut these corners onto the right side, just to give you a view of the river. Like I mentioned, so motorbikes and cars, if they haven't seen somebody for a while, they'll start to ride in the middle of the road and you don't think they're the only people in the world. Even before my accident, I was mindful that I did stay most of the road the whole time as well. Hope you're enjoying this footage. If you think there's something I can do better, learning the editing process is quite a steep learning curve. hopefully we're getting a little bit better as we go. I would have liked to use the drone, but I feel a little bit anxious stopping and flapping around with the drone with a group of people. The drone footage is definitely worth it, but yes, I'm mindful about how much flapping the filming takes. Sort of trip. It's already a reasonably big day, 400 k's, 420 I think in total. So I'm mindful too, that's if nothing goes on. Now I carry a fair few tools. I've got tube, punches, patch kits, pump, I've got a hand pump, I've got a little compressor pump. I can get most people's front and rear axles off. I'm going to stop to flap with the drone here, so I'm coming back through the pack. I'm mindful when I overtake people that I haven't ridden with before. You know how they're going to react, what they're doing, how they're going to cut me off. I'm mindful as well, I don't want to shower them with rocks as well. So I try to give them a right berth. I've looked up the road a little bit as well. Like I said, I'm mindful. Shower with rocks. Just managed to look over the shoulder and see there's enough room. But we've got a chap that's in the middle of the road here. You can actually see a reasonable distance in your future on this road, so you can see where vehicles are coming as well. Let me know what you think. Please like and subscribe if you like this. Give me some feedback, things I could do better, please. Again, sort of wind down a little bit, sort of picking up our riders in front. I haven't ridden these roads before, so keep in mindful about that. Not intimidated too much as I can catch. I haven't been down this particular route too many times. I think this is the 4th time in total that I've ridden this route. And once it's the opposite direction. This is one of the 2 significant rivers that start in this region. They start near Mount Kosciuszko, which is the highest mountain in Australia, 2,228 metres. Good job, boys.
That is such good fun, isn't it?
Good, eh?
Oh, mate. What do you reckon, Bardo?
Fucking unreal.
How you guys for temperature? I'm fucking warming up. Magic boys, well done. There's 2 zippers on the back of that jacket. You mind just undoing them, please, Andrew?
Oh, that's beautiful.
How's our radius? Is good?
Eh?
How's our radius? Is good?
Oh, it's lovely. It
Huh?
is lovely.
Yeah?
It is lovely.
It's a good race.
Yeah.
The other bloke goes in the other day, but I what?
So the Snowy River, one of the iconic rivers in Australia.
Yeah,
So we've got 2 major rivers that start at the Mount Kosciuszko region, which is Mount Kosciuszko is the highest peak in Australia, 2,228, and this Snowy River comes down and drains down into Victoria at the entrance or Orbost, and then the other river, the Murray, drains the other way, and that goes all the way to South Australia. Let's see if we can have a look.
Now, this particular bridge was washed away in 1935, and this bridge isn't very much taller than the original one, so it must have been significant water through this valley to wash it away. Before they put a dam in the Snowy River, just to get all the snow melt from the alpine region around Mount Kosciuszko.
Morning, Tommy. You warmed up a bit now, mate?
I am, yeah.
Yeah. Maybe lose your jacket because we're going to climb a little bit.
Are
We go up a little bit again, but
Okay.
should have warmed up enough today.
Yeah, yeah.
And then we come back down to this
It's
level.
definitely a lot warmer.
Yeah.
So, but it's good. I'll just go and get a couple of snaps and
Good,
then
mate.
we'll get into it.
Yes.
So this is what is the Snowy, is it?
This is Snowy. Yes.
I remember coming down years ago with the old, and they used to go down camp at Camp Coburn and places, you know,
Yeah.
down there, and on the snows and stuff. It's beautiful.
Can Coburn. That's the Murray.
Murray, is it?
The Murray. That side.
I thought we were fucking...
I was telling Doug this morning, Edmondson's quote was, "Adventure is just bad planning."
Yeah, dealing with bad planning.
We've got a siphon, so if he does run out, we can just siphon some into him and get it going again.
All right.
Why don't we get some from the Beamers, you know?
That's right.
Things, you know,
That's
can
right.
afford it.
Yeah. You haven't really been flogging it.
No.
I sped this little bit of footage up just to film them coming across the bridge. I thought they were closer together than what they were. Nice climb here, so we climb up, and then in a little while, once we've changed sort of valleys, we are overlooking the little river and the little river gorge, and it's actually spectacular. So we're going back up to approximately 1,700 metres, back up into the Great Dividing Range. I quite enjoy this climb, it's quite nice. Of course, Australia's a giant place and a little population, so a lot of our road infrastructure is reasonably poor. And lots of rural roads or outback roads in Australia don't have guardrails or etc. And remind that it's your bike, your brakes, your throttle. If you go off the edge, then it's going to be your fault. spent more time on the dirt than on the road, but I also have been a bicycle courier and a motorbike courier as well, so my civil obedience is not great because of that. And I also race mountain bikes for quite some time, so I spent quite a bit of time on two wheels. We've crossed over, so now on my left is the Little River Valley, and it's quite spectacular up here. Can't quite see the views because of the trees at the moment. I catch a Land Cruiser, and this chap either got a stats car or he's got a lot of money and he's got his own. And he doesn't indicate brakes here as well. Put the drone up, this is quite a spectacular little piece of country just up here. This gorge is quite significant. They say it's 500 metres deep at its deepest. Half a kilometre, reasonable. Of course, Australia is a very old continent, and most of our proper hills have been worn down to little bumps now. It's still quite a spectacular country. Little side trip here, just to have a look at the gorge. There's a bit of limestone in this region as well, so it's a little bit of to the south, some small caves, and a little bit to the west, which is that's the way I'm looking now. So we've made it back up to the top, back to riding range. So we're reasonably high here, 1700 metres, I guess.
Hey, yeah. Hey, boys, so, potentially vehicles on this track, quite narrow, so there's potentially more vehicles on this one than any of the roads we've done so far today. So yeah, nice radius around the outside.
Hope you're enjoying this. Thank you.